Hello and good morning. My name is Jago Macleod, and I have the greatest job in the world. No, for real. This week, I lead open source Kubernetes at Google, and it's never been more fun than it is right now. So last year, I gave an update at this same conference, and I talked about how Kubernetes was following a typical adoption curve until a couple of years ago, and then there was this big plot twist of the AI age. And we were caught a couple years ago a little flat-footed, and I shared that we were in the midst of a real transformation in this space. And the adoption curve and the consumption curve outstrips the adoption curve. So we identified these three core stories that we rallied around at Google and invested a ton in the open source community, especially in Kubernetes. Reliability, the relationship with hardware, and moving from container orchestration to framework orchestration. I'm going to give a quick update and then a little bit about what's ahead. On the reliability side, I am so happy to announce that Kubernetes rollback is finally actually here. This has taken literally a decade of effort. This is so awesome, and we knew early on that we needed to do this, and it was just really hard to pull off. So now rollback is really here. It's upstream, there are tests running, you can do this, and it is enabled in GKE today. Using this and some other things, we've been able to achieve almost 4 nines of reliability in our upgrade success rate across all of control planes and nodes. And 97% of our fleet is on the most recent 3 versions. We know that sometimes you have good reasons to fall behind, and you have maybe questionable reasons for not running on GKE. So I'm also really happy to announce the same primitives that we did for rollbacks enable skip version upgrades. Imagine just 1 upgrade once a year safely. I would be remiss if I did not call out specifically Han Kang, who passed away earlier this year. The relationships we make in this community are not superficial. When you join this community, you really do join a family, and this one really hurts. But this is a lasting legacy, and I had to call him out. Thank you, Han. On the hardware side, you heard that DRA is GA, DRA is GA, DRA is GA, and all of this. But it really does make your AI workloads especially a lot more portable and functional. And this same approach is extending to CPUs and networking and all kinds of new and interesting areas. The after picture is a lot more sane than the before picture. And this is something we're building on and extending into the scheduler and autoscaler, making them more aware of the underlying infrastructure and the specific nuances there. It's been really great. There'll be a lot more lower level controls, but then building into the higher level controllers so that you, the end user, don't have to be a super expert on the underlying hardware. There's a lot of complexity there, but it's a complex space, and so we're working really hard to find the right balance. The framework orchestration side I'm particularly happy about. We've been working really hard with the Slurm and Ray communities to make those frameworks work better on Kubernetes so that you get a consistent operational experience across the frameworks that you have to use. Some amazing updates, especially in the node side, for in-place pod resizing makes Ray work much better. And on the Slurm side, we've been learning a lot from the HPC community about how to make scheduling work better and at higher performance than ever before. So we've done pretty well on those 3, and I'm really happy to give that update. But of course, it's just accelerating innovation. One thing I want to call out is this slide from 2018. I think Tim maybe made this diagram in 2016. And so this isn't a new thing or a bolt-on idea. This is a core part of Kubernetes. And what we'll see very soon, or starting to see already, is the shift from automation to autonomy within Kubernetes and on top of Kubernetes. And this is really just the logical extension of this declarative API and decoupled controllers getting smarter. But at Google, we really believe in safety and security, and so I'm happy to announce there's a new resource type in Kubernetes under SIG apps called Agent Sandbox. And this is a really critical part of the agent infrastructure and allows you to make things safely, and we think this will really improve adoption